Hello, all you crafty cats and kittens. Welcome back to our hexicardipt crochet along part 5. Now, we are chaining up 3 because we are on row 11. And again with our 2 double crochets, and then go straight into the next hole. No no chains. The only place we chain is in our corners. Alright, meet you back here, guys. Pause your video and I'll meet you back here. Welcome back, crafty cats and kittens. Well, we're almost to the end of our first skein of yarn, and we're going to join it to our second skein of yarn. Now, you're going to need a darning needle for this. I'm using a big fat plastic one because the hole's bigger, so my size 5 weight yarn fits through better than the smaller ones. Also, it shows up on camera. So, let's show this carefully. Sorry, I've done tied because Now, first off, you have to know something. I'm a firm believer in knots. Why, you ask? Because otherwise, when you wash something, it will eventually come out. Knots are less likely to come out unless you have wool, and then you can felt it. Okay? So, first things first, we have our 2 ends. Cross them over each other. Not that far. Okay, cross them over each other. Take in, fold them back onto themselves, basically, but make sure they're kind of attached. You are going to then act like you're about to tie your shoes. But you're not making a bow. You do it with one side. You then take your yarn needle. You may have to untwist the working yarn. You are then going to work your yarn needle through the middle of the twist of yarn. For the whole length of the needle. Now, I will tell you that if you want to, you can trim off 2 ends off of your tail that's going to get buried. I do not. But you can. And part of the reason I don't is because I'm always afraid I'm going to get more than just 2 of them. Doing that basically means you don't have as fat of yarn. I'm perfectly fine with things having some fat spots, but not coming undone. Again, I expect everything I make to end up being thrown in a household washing machine at some point. I figure either somebody will not be paying attention and thus forget, or that it will, of course, just be thrown. Somebody will expect it to be able to be machine washable, just like everything else they own. Even though everything else they own is probably from, Target, Walmart, Kaufman's, you know, fash, fast fashion instead of slow fashion. And we all know slow fashion is best. I mean, heck, even if I was to do this with a knitting machine, it would still be slow fashion. You want to know why? A human working a hand crank knitting machine is slower than the computerized industrial machines. Recently learned that the first knitting machine, by the way, was invented in the 1500s. Yeah, apparently some guy got upset because his girlfriend was spending all her time making socks and not paying attention to him. So he made a knitting machine. The more you know, right? Now, we're going to do a tie on the other end. Pull it through. Weavy, weavy, weavy. I wish it only took a little bit of time to weavy, weavy, weavy. Push her in through your needle. Pull all your little lobes over your eye with your end. And there you have it. It looks fat, better than the rest, but it is a nice solid connection. You can pull on it for hours on end. Throw it in a washing machine and it would still be there. And we've got one more set of trebles to do before we get to our corner. So I'm just going to leave you on for this. Now I've hit my extra wide part. And and it's through. And then we're going to half double into the top of our chain 3 to represent our 2 chains at our corner. And then we're going to, per usual, check, make sure it's still forming our upside down L. It is. It's not big enough yet. We're only on row 11. Oop. Make sure you have it turned. And then we chain 3, do 2 double crochet cluster. Try that again. Do 2 double crochet clusters, and then we're starting back around for row, as we go back around for row 12, and I will of course meet you back at the corner. But that will be next time, as we are now at 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Bye-bye, cats and kittens.